Good chat. What's up, guys? We got 3 packs here. 2 Silver Tempest and Surging Sparks. Right there is the Silver Tempest that we're looking for. Let's open these up. Alright. Phoebos. Vampy. Litten. Rufflet. Finnegan. We got Reverse Hollow Clink. And non-hollow rare. Polisand, Matang, Trainer. Try to keep these a little organized. Alright, we got another Silver Tempest. And this one's tight. I'm not even sure if this is good on camera. Toja Damara, I don't even know what that is. Sandile, Swellix, Marini, Indeedee. It's a funny name. Quadstone Hollow Trainer. And Militic. It's rare, not in the hollow. Marpico. Alright. And we had one more. Surging Spark. This is what we're looking for. We want that Pikachu. I'm not exactly sure of the pack trick, but I'm gonna try it. Pretty sure it's just one card. Take this out. One card in front. Alright. Start with the energy. Rufflet. Trapinch. Reller. CeeLo. Alolan Dugtrio. Wochang. Coolidge. I don't know what we got back here. Oh, what's this? That looks awesome. A rare trainer. Let's go. What else we got in this? Primate. And Zarude. That was a nice pack. At least we got some hollows. I made up for the other one. We gotta see what this is. It's Energy Search Pro. I don't think that was on the list, but it could be. Regardless, it's a cool card. Alright. Put these in a sleeve. Show you some other cards I got recently. And these are pretty much just rares. Another Iron Leaf. Past couple days, this is what we got. And now, we're gonna add a couple more into there. We'll just open this. And what else we get? Yeah, that's pretty much it, huh? And then Primate and this guy. So the best card you got is definitely probably this trainer. I'm gonna be opening up some more packs. I'm gonna do other streaming stuff, but we got some packs right here. Obsidian Flame, Paradox Rift. I don't know if you can see back here, but we have a booster box. No, not a booster box. This Tyranitar EX Premium Collection box. Right here. One more of the Surging Sparks and Astral Radiance in this package. I'm gonna be doing those in a next stream. Alright guys. It's the end of that video. I just recorded that so I can try to post it. Now, I have to sleeve all these. all the commons. Energies right here. Trainers right here. Let's see. This is Energy Search Pro. Number 176 out of 191. That's what it says. I'm seeing like $5. But I don't know if these are hollow. Can't tell. I think they are. Mine looks way more hollow though. These don't look like it. This one is. Yeah, see the difference? I think people are pricing this lower than they realize they should. But I think it's probably still around $5. Because the hollow and the non-hollow is like the same. But still, it's a cool card. Alright. What else do I have to sleeve here? Nothing crazy. Happy I got that card though, cause that looks cool. Where's those other? I don't like these sleeves, but it's all I got. Top loaders, I should say. That went in good. Nice. Alright. I'll do these later. But I just wanted to put them in the penny sleeve at least. I'm gonna watch a video Then we could play some Fortnite.
Player and do better in tournaments, and I discovered this channel, Slyjack, only 30,000 subscribers.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day
Damn
one,
ads.
he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's one.
But apparently he has some really high quality and in-depth guides for building and Fortnite gameplay. So I'm jumping in. I'm going to watch a couple of his episodes, give my feedback, and also try to implement these into my actual gameplay. So this first video is called Discovering the Hidden Depths of the Building Grid.
Regardless of if you're just starting out or are a tier 1 pro, this video will teach you things about Fortnite that I can guarantee you didn't know. Like the fact that
I'm gonna put that to the test. Let's see if there's information in this video that I do not know.
you can build further in front of you by looking to the left instead of straight. Or
I did not know that. Wait, to the left instead of straight?
Did y'all know that? I feel like I did know that because every time when you're playing, you could tell.
Straight? I thought you had to look up. That's interesting. Okay, already 10 seconds in, I'm already getting fed knowledge. That's great. That's a great sign.
how cones and stairs, even when edited into the exact same shape, still behave completely differently. But in order to understand why these things happen, you must have a deeper understanding of how the building grid works. Even though there are 4 building pieces, there are only 3 slots where builds can be placed.
By the way, this is actually, like, the editing on this is kind of crazy.
Floors along one axis, walls along the other 2 axes, and either a cone or stair can go between the axes. But every time you build, Fortnite actually has to do a lot of guesswork to try and figure out where you want to place your build and in which orientation. The orientation is actually super simple. It completely ignores your position, where you're trying to build at, whether there are other builds in the way, and everything else. The only thing that determines the orientation of your builds is the compass. It's quite simply, if you're looking north, it will place facing north.
I barely ever look at that compass.
But as soon as you cross the 45 degrees, it places facing east.
Interesting.
Same thing at 135, 225, and 315. And the compass isn't visible in creative, but it's working the same way regardless. You can
Gotcha.
actually use the backlink in the battle pass though to see it when it's hidden. Now when it comes to which tile your builds are placed at, that's where it gets complicated. There's something called a raycast coming out of your camera at all times. It's basically a line in the direction you're looking, but it stops at a set distance. This raycast is the biggest part of how it decides where your build is placed. First, whichever build slot is closest to the endpoint of the raycast is where the build will place.
Gotcha.
Seems simple enough, but because Fortnite
Makes
is
sense.
third person and the camera is to the right of your character, the geometry works out that looking to the left allows you to build further away than looking straight forward. No one ever talks about this concept, even though they may
Bro,
utilize.
that's so important to know. That is actually so important to know. What?
Always place the left wall before the right one. It's because you can place the left wall from further
Place the
away
left
than you
wall
can a right
before
wall.
the right.
Dude,
But if
I did not know that, bro.
I
did
always do
not.
the
Like, I mean,
opposite.
maybe instinctually, I kind of thought about this, but to actually know that's why it works like that.
wall before the right one. It's because you can place the left wall from further away
Am I a
than you
bot for not knowing this?
can a right wall. But if you ask players why they do this, very few players can actually tell you. They'll say it just feels better, which
If
isn't
he's a
wrong,
bot, I'm a
but
bot.
knowing why this happens allows you to use it in other scenarios as well. Like in mini build fights where you and an opponent are racing to get control of this build piece. If instead of looking forward you look more left, you can get the piece control from further
This guy, oh my god, hold up, bro. I'm about to transform into a demon, bro.
away and before the opponent does.
I wish it was
Or
that
if you wanna be
easy
able
to just
creep
watch
off
the
either side
video.
of an opponent's box, you shouldn't stand right in the center. You should stand to the right side. You can build
Then you, and then all of a sudden you're the best.
much further to the left, so if you stand in the middle, you won't be able to reach the right side from where you're standing.
Bro, so the left and right, that's so, dude. What? Bro, what? I'm going to be thinking about this every time I play now. I need to make sure that this is like in my head, because you don't think about these little things.
The next thing to know is if the
I think about so many things as it is. It's crazy.
raycast is colliding with another build, it reacts completely differently than if the raycast doesn't collide with anything.
Yep.
Once it collides with another build, then it only cares about where the raycast hits on that build. It's easier to explain with this example. When I hold up my cone here, the raycast ends such that the build will be placed on top of the wall. But once there's a stair over me, now all that matters is whether I'm looking at the top or bottom half of the stair. If I look at the bottom half, nothing happens because it's trying to place on a tile that already has a stair. Here's another example using my favorite build, the U-ramp. When someone ramps over you normally, you just have to look above the halfway point on the ramp, which is here, and you're
Yeah.
able to place a cone and floor above the ramp.
And by the way, there's a lot of times where someone ramps over me and I look up to place a cone and I don't get to place the cone for some reason. So I'm going to see what's
So
going on
when
here.
U-ramps over you, you can't do the same thing. Because the halfway point on the U-ramp is just above the flat part, you can only build on top
I never even used that U ramp.
of it when looking at this part of it. But instead, you can look at the top half of a wall in front of you and accomplish the same thing. This mechanic is also why you can look straight down to place a wall in front of you when it's placing too far away. As soon as the raycast starts colliding with the floor you're standing on, it will
Okay.
place directly in front of you. The last step in determining where your build will ultimately place is what I like to call magnets, and it's pretty simple. If after all the other steps, the build would have nothing to connect to, Fortnite tries to move it up or down one tile.
I think
to
everyone's
something
got
it
that
can't
That makes
macros.
sense.
as you can imagine, this has many uses, but the most common is connecting the second height or any build below you.
Yeah.
Normally you can't build that far down, but if there's nothing else to connect to, Fortnite will try to move the wall one extra tile down, allowing you to connect from further away. Another common use of magnets is placing cones into boxes from
Yeah.
below. You could also use the mechanic of looking at the top half of a stair to get the cone in, but even if there's nothing below their box, the magnets mechanic will pull the cone up into the box anyway.
I knew of this, but I don't actually use this like when I'm playing.
Oh.
I should,
That makes sense because I'm always trying to build certain things, and then I'm like, how are the other people able to build? But it's because they probably know this stuff. I'm still learning like what connects.
should probably start using this
Pretty
more. 'Cause
terrible
putting a cone in someone's box can
building.
really limit their mobility.
Next, it's important to know the difference between the two pieces that occupy the same space, stairs and cones. Because a lot of people think that this pre-edited cone would function the same way as a stair.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
it
is
looks
interesting.
like
In many
it.
situations.
Let's see.
Yes, they have the same health, same basic shape, but for one, cones and stairs have different connection points. Think of connection points as the points the raycast use to figure out where is the closest. The connection point of a build is usually in the middle, but the connection point of a build doesn't change when you edit it. So the cone that's pre-edited into a stair has a lower connection point than a normal stair. This makes it so that you can build these cone stairs higher up than you can normal stairs, but you also can't build them as far down.
Ah.
The other difference, the most important difference,
understand
is that
that
cones
part.
can be placed vertically through other builds. Why? I don't have a clue.
You have
But
to
for
watch
some
it
reason,
again.
it was decided that cones can just ignore other builds on the vertical axis. So if there's a stair and floor above you, not a problem. If someone's in a tarp 2 layers below you, that's still not a problem if you
What?
pre-edit the cone.
You can pre-edit the cone and just slide it in their tarp?
You can
What?
just build straight through the top of their tarp. But now that we've covered all the major points, there
Bro,
are
no one ever uses that. No one ever uses that. There's probably some good use cases for it, but pre-edits are kind of funky.
few other caveats to keep in mind. First, the same way you can build further when looking left because the camera is to your
I got
right.
it. I'm
applies
testing
vertically.
out this simple
you can
edit
build
thing
further by
too.
looking down because the camera is above your character. Lastly, I didn't get these set of rules from Fortnite's code or anything official. I am a programmer myself, so I can imagine how it may have been implemented, but I've never actually seen any of Fortnite's code. I
Gotcha.
created these set of rules to explain how I understand the building grid in a way that hopefully everyone can understand.
This makes a lot of
understanding
sense, bro. This
the
is
building grid is what allows you to make
I'm gonna be playing Fortnite after this video.
use of advanced
Okay, like, so this is just one video. He has another one that's really good. Guys, you have to subscribe to this guy. This guy's making some quality stuff. Okay, so this one's called How to Master Peeking in Fortnite. This is gonna be really important for me. I take
This
so
one's
much
pretty good.
damage. Even when I full piece somebody, when I box somebody, when I have the advantage, I make peeks and edits that are just like a little bit suboptimal. And sometimes I do it well, but a lot of times
Anyone else like that? You go to peak, think you got it.
It doesn't come as second nature.
Then
Hopefully
get
after watching this
blasted.
video, I can kind of get a better understanding of how to peak properly and make the right edits.
There are 85 different edits in Fortnite and thousands of
Damn,
different scenarios you'll find yourself
85?
in, where in a fraction of a second you need to choose the best peak. But really, all peaks, even obscure ones, even ones where you're halfway stuck underground, can be classified within these 5 categories: reaction, top side, bottom side, right side, and ping.
Okay.
Right side is the easiest, most recognizable
Ping.
one.
Yeah.
It's your standard right-hand peek on, say, a window or around a wall. Because Fortnite's camera is on the right side of your character, you're able to see and shoot around the right side of things before you would be able to on the left side. Pretty simple.
Which
Makes
in
sense.
Now, top
most
side
games.
is probably the worst peek. Even though it's often risky and hard to pull off, when used correctly it does allow you to hit max damage shots without return damage. The best example of this is the half wall. If an enemy is pressed all the way up against the half wall, you're able to see their head before you're visible to them. We think of the camera as being centered around your head. When you look up,
I know
your
how to
head
box
stays in the
people.
center. But it's not centered around the top of your head, it's really closer to being centered around your mouth. So the top half of the enemy's head can be entirely visible and they still won't be able to shoot us until their mouth is visible. But this is exactly why this peak is one of the weakest. Technically,
Gotcha.
this peak does give you an advantage, but if they're a little bit too high, you're shot. If they jump, you're shot. Conversely, bottom side is the safest category of peaks, but it's often hard to implement. Since the camera's
is hard to
pivot point
implement.
is around your
I
mouth,
think they have a
there's
new
tiny
edit.
bit of your head that
now,
can show
right?
with a top side peek.
I'll let you do
But
the
their
bottom.
entire body can be visible with a bottom side peek before they're able to shoot you. As long as you're further away from the wall, this kind of peek gives you a great advantage. They can't crouch under it, they can't jump out of it
But
because
how do
they'll
you
still
make that edit? How do you create? You can't do an edit like
have to
that.
land. And if
think
they
you- I
start
think you
backing
can
up, there's
now.
enough time for you to back up in response before you're visible, unlike with the top side.
Is that true? I'm pretty sure I just did one of those.
The problems are one,
With a
there's no
simple
edit
edit.
that just cuts off the bottom
There should be though.
of a wall like this. It would be great, but usually you have to use an edit that isn't exactly what you're looking for, like a bottom right edit,
Yeah.
or find unique situations where this can be applied. The second problem is that you can only hit body shots with this peak. Sometimes this isn't a problem at all, but sometimes you really need to go for a headshot to end a fight immediately. But if both you and the opponent are on low health, this is perfect. You can get the elim with just a body shot anyway, so you can go for it with less risk of losing.
I
if
need
you're
to do more of these bottom edits anyways. Like I think I do too many top edits and I don't implement enough bottom
Keep it
edits
off.
in my playstyle.
Now, reaction peaks, if you can even call them peaks at all, are just making both you and the opponent completely visible to each other. You really only do this if you think your opponent won't be able to react and shoot you before you close the edit. Like if your opponent isn't looking in your direction, or they have out their builds, or their shotguns on cooldown, you get the picture. The idea is that they won't be able to take a shot at you at all, so might as well just open the edit as wide as possible so you have the easiest time hitting for as much damage as possible.
Makes
Finally,
sense.
the ping category isn't really separate from the other peaks. You don't choose a right hand peak or a ping peak. The ping category is always a factor in every peak, even if you play on zero ping. Because in an ideal world, as soon as you move around a wall, your opponent would see you and be able to shoot you. But in reality, because there is latency between you and the opponent, you're both really seeing after images of where each other were. The moment you move around the corner, the
So
opponent
the
won't
faster
actually
they
see it
move-
until say 70 milliseconds later, or however much latency is
Damn.
between you two. And the faster you move,
That's
the more
why-
this effect is exaggerated. This
That's
is
why
also
it's
why you
so
can
hard
run
to hit
around a
people
wall or
sometimes.
reset a wall, and sometimes still get hit.
Yeah.
They shot you while you were still visible to them on their screen. It just took time for that information to reach your computer. This effect is actually called Peeker's Advantage, but I'm calling it the ping category because I feel like it's confusing to call a category Peeker's Advantage when the whole video is about getting advantages from peeking, but those advantages from peeking are different from Peeker's Advantage, and so...
Okay, bro's
never-
yapping a little bit.
The point is, you want to be the one moving into the peak as fast as possible, because if the opponent is moving into the peak and you're standing still,
He has
or
the
even worse,
advantage.
moving away from the peak, the opponent is going to have the advantage regardless of which edit you choose to make.
So playing fast is actually beneficial, like when you're going for these like window peaks and whatnot. You don't want to play too slow. I think I play too slow and I don't get the peaker's advantage.
Example, if you make a window edit but stand still at it and your opponent swings into the peak, because of ping, they will still be able to shoot you first, even though you have the better angle. You might not think this
Bro, this is what happens to me every time. Like I will box somebody, I'll have the right hand peek and they'll just run up to the window and I feel like I'm ready to shoot them, but then they shoot me first. Even though I feel like I'm like lining up, I'm like, as soon as they are on my screen, I'm gonna shoot, but they get to the screen and shoot me first anyways.
matters much for you depending on your ping, but
That don't happen for me. Still get shot.
You
matters
gotta be the one to peek.
both what yours and your opponent's ping is, and nobody has actual zero ping even if the client tells you that you do. If it was a LAN and everyone had zero ping, this wouldn't be the case. but it's basically impossible for
It
this
always
to
says
happen.
it got
Even
0 ping.
Fortnite's in-person events that we call
This
LAN
should be
aren't real
lagging.
LANs where everyone's computers are
Alright, I
wired
think
to each
that's
other,
good
giving
for
each other
now.
0 ping. All the computers still connect to the normal servers through the internet.
Yep.
So you should always be taking advantage of ping with your peaks, but to decide which peaks to prioritize, the order goes reaction, bottom side, right side, then lastly top side. Sometimes bottom side and right side can swap places if you need to go for a headshot, but usually bottom side comes first. Reaction peaks make it the easiest to deal the most damage, so if they can't shoot you back, do that. Bottom side gives you the
Alright. I'm gonna play this game. Come on. Alright. We're good. Fortnite OG. We could try it. It should let you change the name of your stream. Oh, is it gonna let me? Let's see. Alright, let's do this. Haven't played in a few days. Oh boy. First time on Fortnite OG. feels a little laggy. Yep, I'm about to lose connection. Hopefully I don't lose connection. Damn. The heck's going on? No. I'm just gonna have to die. Start over, I guess. Is this stream still working? Gonna break this house. I think I'm gonna go check this. I can't drive this, right? Oh. I'm gonna check this out right there. Nothing in here. What? Thought it was over here. I can't forget that you can double pump in this too, supposedly. I wonder for how long. Sweet. Dude, I just built. I don't know why it wasn't. Damn, my connection again. That's probably why I can't see anybody. Jammed connection. Am I still on live? Looks like it. Sweet. Those bots. Where the hell is he? Oh my god. That was nuts. That sucked. I wasn't letting me get out the hole. That's open. Alright. I don't know what's going on with this internet right now. Showing fine, but what's good, Palmer? How you doing today? My stream might be lagging, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm doing alright. That last game kept showing me like I was disconnecting. Still here. Try again. Have you played this, OG? Alright, cool. Sounds good, bro. You like it? Yeah. It's my first time playing it. Where should we go? Salty Springs? I think it's a little bit laggy still. We'll see if those if that X over the connection pops up or not this game. Damn, son, everyone came here. I can't. I just died to a bunch of grenades. Is this real? Okay. I don't know how I don't have ammo for that. They need to like just make all the ammo go together, not stay in the gun, or let you take out the ammo from the gun. Yeah, it's lagging so much. I forgot that we can do that. Use two now. Nice. Where'd it go? Yo, this lag is messing me up. Isn't there a green SMG somewhere? Let's get a win. Are you serious? That was like the hardest thing. The hell? Dude. What the hell's this? Why isn't it working? All that for that. I shouldn't run the shotguns, right? Double shotguns. Let's do it. Nice. Oh, that sucked. We got 2 med kits, which should be good. Damn. Dudes up there. Gotta sneak up on him. see if we get this guy. Uh-oh. I don't know where he went. Oh my god. Oh no, I didn't realize. I thought it was gonna drop. No. I thought it was a sniper. Is this a sniper? Oh, it's a semi-auto sniper. Oh my god. I missed the shot. I thought it need to get up here. Come on. Yeah, because my aim's terrible. So funny. Alright, so probably gonna come back on in a little bit. Restart this PC. Hopefully we're good. Peace.
Got the whole world vibing to my rhythm and my flow. I'm a living legend. It's time they all know.